Bailey from Making Up the Midwest, and this is going to be the third video in my little mini series of $20 challenges. So if you'd like to see the first two, you can pop right here or right here, click either of those and it'll take you to the first two. This one is more of a natural look and kind of more of a sophisticated look, and I did it because, well, first of all, because it was a requested look. Somebody in a previous video asked me if I could use this Revlon quad, which is in Decadent. Yes, that is the shade Decadent. And I wanted to do it not only because it's a gorgeous quad, but also because I feel like a lot of people, myself included, have been doing these tutorials using typically cheap brands like NYC and Wet n Wild. It's easy to stick close to those because they seem, and for the most part do, have the cheapest items in the drugstore. So I wanted to challenge myself to create a look using this quad, which isn't, to me, isn't cheap. I think it's $7.49 for this, and that's, to me, I know I could find something else cheaper from Wet n Wild or NYC, those stereotypically cheaper brands. So it was nice to create a look using that. Rambling aside, if you'd like to see how I create this look for under $20, please continue watching. So this time I'm starting off the face, again with foundation, and this is NYC's Smooth Skin Liquid Makeup in Barely Beige, or number 678, and this is by far the cheapest foundation I have seen in the drugstore. And you know, as I've been looking at foundations for this tutorial, or for this series of tutorials, I have been looking far and wide, and at $2.99 I believe is what this costs. That's not bad. I haven't tried it yet, so we don't know how well it functions, but for a price, as far as price goes, it's not that bad. Now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild concealer on my trouble areas, like the under eyes, and a few little spots around my face, and this was $1.99. It's a pretty heavy coverage concealer too. I've used this before. This is a brand new one, but I have used this particular one before because it's a great cheap concealer. At least that's what I used it for, was a cheap concealer that I could throw in my purse. I didn't care if it got melted or spilled on or anything, because it's a decent concealer without costing too much. So I've used this before, and I do know it's a great product just to kind of throw in your purse and keep on hand. I'm also going to use this as an eye primer because I don't have a palette or separate product to use as eye primer. I'm just going to use my concealer. Now, starting on the eyes, I'm only going to be using this Revlon Color Stay Quad in Decadent, and it's a lovely shimmery, full of shimmery neutrals and even some kind of satiny finish neutrals, and to apply it I'm going to be using the e.l.f. This is their $1 eyeshadow brush. Yeah, it's just called an eyeshadow brush. We know these, we love these. They're great for budget. So the first shade I'm taking is this satiny pink shade in the lower left hand corner, and I'm patting that all over my eyelid. Then taking the lighter shimmery color just above it, I'm placing that on my inner corner and my brow bone. Then taking the satin kind of golden camel shade in the upper right hand corner, I'm placing that right in my crease, working it up into my crease and then just above it, using kind of the more tapered end of the brush. Now I'm taking this Color Icon eyeliner in dark brown, I believe is the shade, yes. I am lining my upper lash line with that, sticking really close to the lashes, although you don't have to be too careful because we are going to go in right after we lay this down with our brush and smudge it out. Then the lash shade I'm using is the darkest one in the palette. I'm patting that in my outer corner, sweeping it down towards the lash line, and then also bringing it slightly into the crease, but not too far. You really still do want the darkest portion of this look to be in the outer corner. Sweep it down, and then just slightly in. Then take what's left of your brush and sweep it in the outer lower lash line. Now let's zoom out into the rest of the face. What am I talking to in the face? I haven't done mascara yet, and for that I'm just using this Mega Protein by Wet n Wild. I've used it before. It's a pretty decent mascara. The only problem I have with it is that it does take a while to dry, so you do have to be wary of that. So for both the lips and cheeks, I'm using another lipstick like I have in the past few $20 tutorials I've done. But this one is really, I just never thought of this until I saw it at the store. I went to Kmart, I think I bought this at. But it's this NYC City Duet 2-in-1 lip color. Has 2 lip color sizes. There are a bunch of shades in these, so I picked up 2, one for a red I'm going to use in a different tutorial, and this one. This is in the shade the Vintage Pinks, and on one side it has a frosted baby pink color, and on the other it has kind of a more berry toned, deeper pink. I'm going to use the berry toned on my cheek cheeks and the pink on my lips, and it's just great because it gives you two colors that, you know, it's a 2-in-1 product, but also gives you more options because your lips then don't necessarily have to match your cheeks, which is something that I kind of, while it's nice sometimes, it's also kind of like, I like some more variety, and this product gives you that, so that's why I was really excited to find this. I'm going to take this topmost pink color that I used for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight and place that on the tops of my cheekbones and up into my temples. Really, anytime you've ever watched me do a tutorial and I highlight things, that's where I'm going to highlight. Then to finish the look off with the lips, I just took this lipstick and I ran the berry shade all over my lips, and then I took the lighter, frostier shade on the other side and I placed it in the center. I ran it in the center of the top and bottom lips just to make them look fuller, plumper, and kind of make them interesting. It's a really cool look that's very in right now because the dual shades and the lipsticks, and they're just real hot. So I thought I'd do that, and it kind of spiced the look up. Alright, that is it for my third $20 challenge. Remember, if you want to see the first or second, you can go, let's see, probably here. Actually, let's just put them both here, like right here. It's a pretty full screen, but I think we can do it. Click either one of these and that'll take you to the first 2 challenges that I've done. Please remember, I'm wanting to do more of these and I have a few already planned coming up. So please subscribe if you'd like to see more of those, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!